we only have this one life. You can't buy back your time. So you might as well feel your best and your healthiest and happy.
Meet Samantha Jo. She's a coach, mobility specialist, influencer, and Lululemon ambassador, celebrating a year of launching her own business, improving the quality of lives of her clients.
So today we have Samantha Jo in the house.
Welcome.
Long time, buddy.
Hi, I'm so excited. I know. Last time I saw you was when you were launching your supplements.
Yes, and I figured you'd be amazing for that because you are in the wellness industry. So tell us about what you do and how you got to where you are.
Yeah. So I am just fitness 24/7, 365. I train clients in person, one-on-one, and then I have my own online coaching business, which is what I spend majority of my time investing in. Just important because being your own boss is the best, as you know.
Yeah.
And I think just really building something, it gives so much back to you. So that's just what I've been pouring so much of my time, so much of my energy in. Along with that, I teach yoga, I teach mobility classes around the city to just keep that community still, have events that I actually get to have powered by through Lululemon because I'm an ambassador for them. So that's really awesome. Just give back to the community and help it grow and just in my own space as
You're
well.
a bad bitch. I like you already. Just hearing her talk, I just like the confidence in the talk. Like, fitness has been such a big part of my life. 23 years now. I started working out because I was fat in high school and we were going on a guy's trip to Acapulco. And I'm like, I got to lose weight. So I did the Atkins diet. I lost like 50 pounds in 2 months. I was working out too. But ever since then, I've been pretty much consistent, 5-6 nights a week for 20 years.
Yeah, you look good. I would never
Thank you. I
guess
appreciate
you
it.
were the
44.
chubby kid.
44 years young.
I know. I never thought he was chubby either. Because
I was
you're
219.
ripped.
I was 219 at my heaviest.
What are you now?
I'm like 155.
Wow.
Yeah, can you
Yeah,
imagine?
you
I
ate
have
Pick
like
you up
it
and
just-
Oh, you got my gua sha, by the way?
I do have your gua sha.
Okay. I need that shit. Look at this. It's getting worse and worse.
Oh my gosh. Okay, but I want to talk about Sam because what I
Yeah.
love about the way that you do your fitness is I feel like it's very body positive. Like watching your page, you're one of those fitness influencers that like I feel like as a beginner, somebody who doesn't know a lot, I can like show up on your page. You're
Yeah.
not like intimidated. I almost feel like
That's
my
amazing.
brand and your brand kind of like are like that. Like you are very approachable and I like that you're like very honest about it.
I noticed
Yeah.
that
Do
too.
you feel like that's important?
I think it's important to just be realistic. I feel like a lot of people put very unrealistic things online, like maybe a morning routine or a day in my life. I think that the more realistic, the better, because life is crazy. Life is busy. We all have shit to do. It's like being able to spend two plus hours in the gym and all these things is not realistic for the average person that has kids, that has a job, all these things. For me, it's a little bit easier because I have a flexible schedule, but most people don't. And so I think the more realistic, the better. So that's why I try to provide easy things. Say a 10-minute mobility routine is one of my most popular videos is because it's so simple and easy.
Practical.
And it's anyone can do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyone can do it. And I don't even, the best videos are the ones that I don't try. I roll out of bed. I'm literally in my pajamas.
awesome.
No makeup, hair a mess. I do not care what I look like. And people love that. They just
Authentic.
love the real, honest, and raw and just being yourself. Like I always love dancing and I just do that in my videos too because that's just how I am. I'm very silly, very goofy. So I just think that what I've learned over the years, especially with social media, is the more that I'm myself, the more that my page grows and the more that I
That's great.
find the followers that
Yes.
truly support me.
That is 100% because I go on that road too. Because I get caught in the point of like, ooh, I'm like an influencer, so I want to look a certain way. Or
Yeah.
I'll look at the people who have like millions of followers. And so I'm like, oh, what are they doing? And they're so poised and perfect.
Yeah.
But I feel like my growth actually does come when I'm like just doing it naturally, like when I don't care. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? When I wake
yeah.
up in the morning and like, if I have mascara sitting up here, I'm not going to reshoot the video, you know,
Yeah.
just be myself.
Yeah, 100%.
What do you think the difference is between mobility training and like personal training, like in particular? Like, what do you focus on specifically?
So mobility training is pretty similar to your basic strength training, but now we're just taking things at a deeper end range of motion. So really allowing your body to be able to adapt to these positions that you would say normally go into, but now you're taking it one step further.
Sure.
So you're pushing your joints one step further to a deeper range that would not normally go into, but now you're strengthening at that range. So in your weakest areas, you're your strongest now. So in areas where, say, a lot of people get injured from their knees or their back, like bending over, you're so strong in that position that now you don't have the possibility of getting injured, or you've limited that to a really low percentage so that if you do, you can bounce back like that. Because most people get injured, they're out for X amount of time. A lot of my clients, they still, I mean, you're human. You're still going to wake up a little stiff. I have a client that works a 9 to 5. She's at her desk a lot. She was working overtime the past 3 weeks. And so she was definitely a lot more stiff and achy than normal. And she had a tiny little flare up. She bounced back the next day, where in the past that would have taken her at least a week to bounce back. So
what I love about mobility training too is that difference in strength training, that it reacts to your body, reacts to it fast.
Yeah.
Like I notice, like, because I have a stretching routine that I do all the time, and if you keep on doing it, you will maintain it. But if you don't, you lose it pretty quickly.
Sure. Yeah. I think too, always finding ways to progress in certain things. So with my clients, I have them start maybe, okay, pretty simple, pretty basic. Let's reteach our body how to get into these ranges of motion. And then over time, okay, here's the next level, here's the next level, here's the next level. So we're continuing to adapt. So we're asking our body to continue to grow, to get deeper and deeper and grow in that movement, which is awesome. It's awesome to see. I mean, I've started my business a year ago, but it took me a little while to really pick things up. And I actually didn't like fully launch it at first. Really, I was like gatekeeping it for no reason. And so I invested in an online coach, a business coach. She's helped me grow enormously.
Awesome.
And I've really pushed myself to tracking progress with clients and keeping track of that. And that's not only nice for them to see, but also it's like a testimonial for other people to see.
It's stepping your game up. Totally.
So it's incredible to see that. And I think for me, I even get surprised. I have a client join 2 weeks. You can already see a difference.
Yeah.
14 days, you can already see a difference.
Especially
what
when you monitor
think 90
results.
days can do? What do you think 6 months can do? You know what I mean? It's like so many people sit in their shit and they don't want to do anything about it, and they want to complain about the pain they're in. And it's like you can make two decisions. I keep saying this lately, but you have two choices. One, don't make a change, stay where you're at, continue to be in pain, continue to not feel your best, or make the change, create structure, have a better quality of life, be able to do the things you like, go to the concert, festival, travel, play with your nieces, nephews, kids, whatever it may be. You know, like we only have this one life. You can't buy back your time. So you might as well feel your best and your healthiest and happy.
It's all great things. It's only benefits for long-term longevity. I love that. So you're making me step my game up right now, because I saw you on social media say that you're a yapper. And while you talk, I have to think about what I'm going to say to you, and I got to hold it in there because you keep on going. And then I got to I just analyze myself right now. But like, you know, and I love that. But how did you actually get into coaching in general? Because I have a funny story how I got into personal training. How'd you get into it?
Yeah. So in high school, I absolutely loved strength training. I was a cheerleader competitively, and I had to take it for school, and I just loved it. I actually had a crush on my teacher. I was like, let me lift heavy for him.
What teacher?
Oh, I forgot. You guys know each other. Went to school together.
We grew up. Well, yeah, we're like in the same area. So I'm like,
names. His name was Mr. Namola.
if you're watching,
if you're out there, man.
No, because there was a hot gym teacher at Bartlett High School. I can't think of his name, but we all thought he was hot. Who was it?
I went to Huntley.
You went to Huntley.
Yeah.
You're young. See, but didn't your sister go to Bartlett? Or
no, but Sohail did.
Sohail.
Are we like setting up people?
Shout out Trippy.
But
That's awesome.
So I fell in love with it. And then actually when I went to college, I went on a trip with my dad to California, went to LA, or what is it called? LA Models. Knew a manager from there. My dad did. He owned his own company called Other People's Children, another modeling agency. And it was one, though, where the models have another talent. So it's a model that's a singer, a model that's an artist, a model that's a photographer. And he asked me, what are you passionate about? I was like, honestly, working out. That's the only thing I was passionate about. So he said, right now, this was before Instagram was even that big. He said, go make an Instagram page about what you're passionate about, post on it. I've never stopped posting since. That was 7 years ago.
Wow.
I've posted
Incredible.
every single week, multiple times a week for 7 years
You're
straight.
motivating on that because back when you were dating my brother, which was what, 2021, I think, or 2021 around that time, I noticed that because like I had already had a little bit of my following and I'm like, this girl puts in so much work and you've skyrocketed though. Like
That's awesome.
I literally watched you. I was like at a plateau and I was watching you and you motivated me. I'm like, she's putting out stuff every day. Okay, I gotta do that. So I feel like you motivate people not only in your fitness program, but also with just your motivation of like showing up.
I love that right now because it just shows right now that the things that we do, we put on our platforms, it inspires people and we don't even know it and we'll never know it.
100%.
You know,
In different ways.
And right here, you know, there's only chance that you got to be able to tell her that, you know?
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Like, that's why it's really good for all you people to put good shit out there.
Yeah. If there was one thing in life, just do it. Just do it. Stop thinking about it. Stop contemplating it. If you want to do the podcast, build the brand, make the clothing line, become an influencer, like anything you want to do, just do it. Stop waiting and just do it seriously because you're only sitting on so much potential and so many opportunities for yourself.
So when 2020 happened, and the clubs closed, I got out of nightlife. And at the time, I was working out pretty heavily. I've always been hardcore. And I was getting people asking me to train them all the time. And I'm like, I couldn't, you know, I didn't want to. And then when COVID hit, when all the clubs closed, I decided to start doing it. And I faked it till I made it. I literally showed myself walking into a club, into a different gyms, saying like, training this person today, whatever, blah, blah. And all of a sudden, I only did that for maybe like a week or two. And all of a sudden I had like 5, 6 in one day. Like I was doing them in person. So I was working out and doing that. So every day I was probably exercising 4 or 5 hours a day. I went one time 100 days straight, hard workouts. I don't fuck around. Like I go hard every time, but I also did recovery every day too. I did a different recovery. I either did sauna, I did cold plunge, or I would do hydro massage. I always did something. How big are you on those type of, like, because I saw you did contrast therapy.
Yeah.
How big are you on the wellness stuff?
I love anything to do with recovery.
Same.
I think that taking care of my body always comes number one. I will always listen to my body. I'll always listen to what it needs. And I do sometimes struggle with the boundaries of pushing past limits because I like to push myself past my limits. But I'm so self-aware now that I know when it's actually like too far.
Yeah. I understand that for sure.
So for me, I think my biggest recovery is sleep. Sleep is number one. Sleep is
That's my
so
least.
important. Sleep is so important and it helps so much with just feeling better. For me, if I don't get enough sleep, it's end game. I just know I'm anxious.
Yeah.
I start
Really?
switching. Yeah.
Same. Honestly, I think women, but Eric, because you're like a no sleeper.
Every person's different.
Yeah, I think different, but also women need more.
Yeah.
Like way more.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's our hormones or something.
Yeah.
I think men can be good off a 6, 7.
I've gotten progressively
6, 7.
Oh no! Did you do that on purpose?
No.
That's hilarious. That's going to be a great clip.
I didn't have to do that. But every time I say it now,
That's so funny.
You're saying with the times. My kids were like, they've been saying it for like months until I finally was like, okay, I still don't know what it means.
Yeah, I Googled it and I still don't
either.
know.
I saw the Rizzler, like, because he was talking the Rizzler kid and he was doing it. And I'm like, well, he does this, right?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like kind of so-so, I think.
Yeah.
I believe.
That's what they say.
Yeah. I mean,
Still don't make
they said like R67 was star 67.
Oh, God.
Right?
That's so funny. Oh, so, yeah, because I do cold plunge and I actually stopped. I used to do contrast therapy. I would do sauna and cold plunge, you know, and I noticed that the sauna, I started breaking out and I'm like, I can't deal with this.
Same.
And I guess they say like, you're supposed to like wash your, self before and after immediately. Like, this is too much work.
Yeah.
So I just looked it up that I feel like jacuzzi is a kind of a similar hot tub, similar benefits, but it's not the same as sauna. I mean, sauna is fucking huge.
Yeah. It's good for your, cardiovascular health too.
I love that the World Mental Health Day you did. Tell us about that. The event you did.
So it was so amazing. I did an event for World Mental Health Day at the recovery place that that I teach class at called East End. It's in Fulton Market.
Cool.
So good. And it was just incredible. I think this was the first time that I did an event where I brought a deeper point of conversation and mental health into it. Obviously, movement is great. Movement is good for your mental health. But
Huge.
we actually sat down and had conversation, and it got way deeper than I even expected it to in
Awesome.
such a beautiful way.
Yeah.
And I felt just so full after leaving. I just shared my story with my struggles with mental health and what I've gone through with anxiety and depression, and just opened up and just was very vulnerable to the crowd that I was with and my community. And then I opened up the space and allowed them to share something that they do for their mental health. Some people really just dove in though, sharing very vulnerable things that they've gone through that have been struggles. And it was just so beautiful. People were crying. I was
Oh my
crying.
I want to go to the next
Oh my
one.
gosh. I mean, yeah, I actually am planning one right now for the beginning of January. I feel like it would be perfect as we go into a new
Yes.
year, but
Yeah.
also in that
The season.
past Christmas,
Yeah.
that seasonal depression hits even harder because it's
Yeah.
like for Christmas, yay, okay, Christmas is coming. And then after,
Right after.
we think, okay, we don't want it to be cold
We need
anymore.
one now.
And there's no more holidays.
I'm like, we need one now. I'm like so
know.
bah humbug when the stores with Christmas music. I'm like, really? We're starting that?
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah,
dark out.
I know. So
Red light therapy.
Yeah, I know. So I'm working on building that out because I really want to put so much into it, even more than what I did. But I think it's just so important to speak on mental health. A lot of people don't, and
You're preaching to the choir.
everyone struggles with it.
Yeah,
We're human.
every single
Everyone
person.
has a mind. Everyone has something that they're dealing with mental health wise. A lot of people just aren't talking about it or
100%.
just pushing it and continue to suppress it.
Hard to be vulnerable,
just-
honestly,
yeah.
especially in today when you see everyone looking so perfect online.
Yeah.
And this is another thing. It's another compliment for you because I love how like you don't have to come off so perfect. Like you see some of these fitness influencers. I'll follow a perfect fitness influencer for like a week, and then I'll be like, this is annoying me. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, there's no way like they're doing.
I always
They're
tell
like too
people-
perfect.
I always tell people, you have to understand too, those people don't have jobs so they can be in the gym for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Or multiple times a
And
day.
eat
Some of them
certain
go
way.
in the morning, maybe do 60 minutes on the stairs and then go again.
Yeah.
So they look that way because
their
of
job.
all the work
Yeah.
and the job, and they've probably been doing it for 10 plus
Supplements
years.
and different things.
Yeah.
I mean, because you got to keep up with the image, you know.
There's a
and, like,
fine line too, because I found myself, there was a point where I hated how self-centered I would get because it's just basically your appearance. Like now as I'm older, it's definitely more focused on health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, when you're young, and I think, I mean, part of that's what you do when you're insecure too, is,
Yeah.
you focus on your physique. But then, there was a fine line also between like when I got really good physique, now I got kind of this bravado that I also was dealing with too that I didn't like, and I
Yeah.
tried to like kind of, I didn't want to be like this bad.
That's like a great message because you're older and wiser to like
Yeah.
a lot of people we're going through. We were just talking about a certain influencer. I'm not going to name names, but we were talking about it before we got on the thing. And it's like, just like the way they act. It was like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
totally lovable and everything else. But you can tell it like, it's that young, you get really into yourself. We're all guilty of it, especially when we're online.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
And
but
it's one of those things where people
you
will
gotta
not
track
like you, but you won't ever know about it. People will just talk about you.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just better just to be a kind person, because I mean, at the end of the day, what's so funny is also I was thinking about how no matter how we come across to people, what we intend,
Yeah.
everyone has a different filter, they look at us in a different way. I could be completely nice to this person. That person hates me.
so over it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For because of their own insecurities.
I always
I
say-
hate that, but it's like, man,
My like
How could you hate
one liner.
me?
Yeah, my one liner lately, honestly, is let's give them something to talk about. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
just,
saying?
yeah,
I'm just
fuck
gonna
it.
be me. If I make like a wrong decision, we all do. Let's
Yeah.
give them something to talk about because I have a huge family, like a huge
you
family. So like anything I do could be shock factor to one of them.
Yeah.
So at this point,
yeah,
I'm like,
for sure.
enjoy.
Do you have other brothers? What are other siblings or no?
Yeah, I have a huge family.
Huge family.
I don't even know about this.
Sam's like still in the family. I'm like, it's like we just grab onto people. Yeah. So my parents got divorced. And so my mom and dad each had so I have two sisters that are biological sisters. Then each of my parents divorced and had a kid. So they're 25-year-old boys, 26-year-old boys. Then I have two stepsisters and a stepbrother. But we're just like a melting pot of everyone's friends. It's just like crazy.
Have I ever told you my story about my family?
No.
This is great. I've never told this on a podcast, actually. So my mom was because my stepdad was, I call him dad because he's been my dad since I was 3 years old. But my real dad, my mom was the second of his 5 wives in his lifetime.
Wow.
At the second. And how he met her, he was in the Philippines on vacation with his current wife.
Oh my
He
God.
met my mom was a waitress at a restaurant.
Oof.
When his wife went to the bathroom, he started pimping it to my mom, and he convinced his current wife that she was a long lost relative, and she moved back with them into the States.
No.
What?
She lived in the house with them, and it didn't come out until she was pregnant with me. And
Okay.
and she was pregnant with.
Is your dad? What's your dad?
So he passed away when I was like 16, Filipino
Okay.
and Chinese, and and with 4 other wives, he's had anywhere from 3 to 6, 5, 6 kids.
He needed a TV show.
So I have half
Holy
brothers and sisters, 10, 15 half brothers and sisters I don't even know. The ones that I did know, they were friends with my mom because my mom was the mistress,
Yeah.
you know. And when I went to his wake when he passed, when I was like 16, I wanted to go just to pay my respects. I had no relationship with him until after like 9 years old.
Yeah.
He used to take me to Toys R Us and we get a toy, but then I would never see him again.
Yeah.
Until like my birthday or whatever. And then I remember going to the wake and he's like, my half brother that I knew, he's like, I'm going to introduce you to your other half brothers and sisters that I've never met.
Yeah.
And a lot of them didn't like me because I was the mistress's baby.
Wow.
Yeah. And so people didn't like me.
It's like a
You know,
movie.
Yeah, crazy. And I remember just
That's like a really crazy story.
paying my
and-
respects, and like that, I just said, I literally, I remember kneeling there and saying to him that I know that when I'm a father, I'm not going to be like you, to his dead body. Isn't that wild?
Wow.
You know what though? You know what though? Because it's a certain way that
Yeah.
it was decisions that were made that were like they made you as if you're the problem. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
was decision,
Yeah.
which actually was your dad, really. I mean, in my opinion. So yeah, Sam, you have a family of all girls, right?
Yeah, I also have a
Really?
big family.
She's
I
got a
do.
big one, too.
I have 4 sisters.
No way.
All girls.
Where are you in the
I'm the second
ages?
youngest.
Second youngest?
Yeah. Yeah. So 4 sisters.
good spot.
Now a bunch of nieces and nephews. So it just keeps growing.
What are
and
the
growing
age
and
ranges?
growing. So I should know this. My older sister is 7 years older than me. I want to say, what is that? 32?
I know, right?
I don't even know. I want to say
Somewhere
she's
like in 30s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other one is 2 years younger than her. Then the next one is 3 years older than me. And then the other one is 1 year younger than me. It's kind of like 2 to 3 years apart each one.
Yeah.
So my parents kind of just went boom, boom,
Like
boom, boom.
girls too.
Yeah.
The more I think about having kids, the more or less I don't want them. It's like I just love my peace. I love what I got going on right now. I'll have a dog, but the girl that I was telling you about, she basically hit me up. She's like, "When are we gonna have babies?" And I'm like,
Which one?
"The one I just told you about that we hooked up with," and like.
Oh,
And she's like, we make beautiful babies, and like, you know, it's like, because we're both older.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what's so funny is that I was literally walking in my house today. I'm just like, if I ever want to, I could just settle down with Lydia. Oh, I just said her name. Oh,
I'm gonna get on
shit.
the gram and
Hey,
find
Lydia.
her later.
All right. That's fucking hilarious. Anyway.
I'm rooting for Lydia.
Yeah, no, she's great. Am I getting red? Because I feel
You are.
flushed.
You're getting the Asian flush.
That's so funny.
I actually have the Asian flush. I'm
Do you?
Japanese.
Are you serious?
I'm
You get it?
25%. Yeah.
Wow, I get it. The minute I have a drink. It's,
Same.
Yeah.
One shot.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Or when I say a girl's name on fucking camera, I didn't want to say.
We can always cut it. We can always cut
Oh,
it.
that's true. Let's leave it.
Leave
She already
it.
knows.
Yeah.
She already knows.
I'm rooting for her.
She's
Green
great.
flag.
She's great, but I just don't want, I love my current situation right now.
I think, just give it time and you
Yeah.
never know what can happen.
And that's the thing.
Yeah.
Yo,
You just gotta-
as years go by, your feelings change.
I
Your
think
dynamic
really they
changes.
change.
Yeah.
Change.
I was like not wanting any more kids, and now I'm in a season of my life where I'm like, maybe in like
Yeah?
like in 2 years I'll think
Yeah.
about
Oh,
it.
let's talk about yours.
Yeah.
What's
What?
going on with your guy?
Well, everything's smooth sailing.
That's good.
I mean, people who are watching, they're gonna be like, who?
Yeah, no, and
know-
what's so funny is that when people see this later, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like if you see it right away, it's whatever, but it's not
Yeah.
even valid after
No,
whatever.
I mean, honestly, it's going really good. It's been like going really fast, like speed of a rocket.
Well, when it works,
saw
it
the
does.
tattoo, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
When it works, it
got a
does.
tattoo?
No, he got a tattoo of my initials, like on our 10th date. Honestly, like such a flex. I was like,
Yeah, no,
Such a flex.
some girls like that. You know what I mean? Some girls.
Flex.
I
would
could
you
see
do that? Would you do that? I mean, you
I
have
don't.
so
I
many.
don't care. Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, he's tatted like
she
what
wants
you
me to get
are.
a tattoo. Actually, she said she
Lydia
said
does?
that. Yeah.
Okay, get one.
I'll get it.
I honestly, I highly
friends,
suggest
too.
it. It's like
We're
a
good
hot
friends.
thing. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it or is it? not?
I don't know. It depends on the person.
I love when I hear a laugh out of the camera.
It does depend on the person. Like if the person's like stable,
If I-
hot, and
yeah,
badass, and you
yeah.
really like them, then
Yeah.
it's like
If they could be
yes.
chill enough where if we didn't work out, they'd be cool.
Yeah.
Then that's fine. But
Yeah.
if they're crazy, then I
No,
don't know.
no.
I don't want them to
He's
crash out.
definitely
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, then that's fine. I mean,
Totally sound
Yeah.
of the mind. If
you
anyone's
could
crazy,
always,
it's me.
and too, with initials, you can always turn it into something.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
yeah.
It's so nice.
It's different if someone's getting like your face or like
Yeah,
your
like
whole name on
like
you.
unwarranted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, this was warranted completely.
You just
You know
made me
how
think,
I am.
You just made me think about how it's so nice when you're dating someone and they're also a gym rat, and it's a lot
Oh, for
harder.
sure.
It's a lot harder when because the girlfriend I had before, the one I had previously, she just got into it. She got into it because we broke up, and then we got back together and we would go to the gym together. You know, it was a cool thing.
Yeah.
The one before that, she didn't work out, so it was always like a thing where like it's a mandatory thing for us. Like we got to go to the gym. You know, we got to do this. This is part of our day. And like to a person that's not, they're like, you could skip the gym. I'm like,
feel
no, I
there's
can't.
Two sides to that. I actually heard this on B96 this morning.
Yeah.
I was driving home and they were talking about how the girlfriend wanted the boyfriend to go to the gym with her all the
Yeah.
time. But then the boyfriend called in and he was really worried about it because she's like, I don't want you coming with me anymore because you're ruining my workouts. So what's your take on
Wow.
that?
Honestly,
I've heard
I
that.
could never be with someone who doesn't work out.
Right?
Do you
I
want to
ha-
work out with your partner or do
I
you want to
don't-
separate?
I don't want to be together.
I don't want
The
to
gym's
work
my
out
me time.
together.
Yeah, that's my
but
me
I
time.
want you to work out.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I need to be with someone who cares about their health,
Yeah.
but I don't want to work out with you.
Yeah, no way.
I think it's cute sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
Honestly, I've never really worked out with the person I'm with, just at the same time. doing your own
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
same. I just did that recently too because I'm like, it would make me, and especially like in the beginning too, it's like kind of like nerve wracking.
Yeah.
It's like it's almost like your own personal. You guys are like professionals, but for me, I'm like, oh,
Yeah, I
you're,
get
like,
it.
Seeing my form, you know, like, am I doing it right?
Yeah,
I'm like
yeah,
really
yeah.
trying, but no, definitely, and it is good because it motivates you, right?
Yeah.
You
for
don't want
sure.
someone like if someone's gonna eat McDonald's in bed all day, you're gonna like be in bed eating McDonald's too once in a while.
You don't want someone who's lazy either. And yeah, their habits are gonna rub off on you.
For sure.
And then, like you said, oh, it's not that important. You don't need to go. Let's do this instead.
Yeah.
Or stay home instead. Watch this movie with me. Blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. So you need someone that's going to understand the grind. You
yep.
have to understand the grind.
Because that's only going to create conflict.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? She was actually cool. She would actually make my food, like, like do my what's it called?
Meal
like,
prep?
Yeah, meal prep.
Yeah.
She would come home, make me food, and like she knew that
That's
was my
amazing.
time.
That's
She knew
so
it was my
amazing.
time. Yeah. Like I would be gone for fucking 2 hours,
Yeah.
but she'd be on the couch watching TV. But I'm like, sorry, like this is what has to happen, or we're gonna fight, or it's not gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be a good thing,
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be sitting at home, and I mean, yeah, granted, sometimes I get it, I can sacrifice, but there's a pretty fine line with how much time I have to be in there for my own mental health, for my own fucking goals. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
so like I was always like, I've always been, man, 5-6 days a week. Honestly, for like 20 years now. The only times I would go longer than like maybe 3-4 days is when I was on vacation. And even on
Yeah.
vacation now, I still go. I still work out. It's a great thing. It's a part of my life now because number one, the benefits for it mentally. A lot of people don't understand that.
Oh,
a lot
for
of people don't understand that the way you're feeling right now, if you were to exercise, you would feel differently.
Fact.
Yeah. Facts.
That's just-
when I don't move my body, I can instantly feel
Yeah.
like my mental health starts to instantly decline.
100%.
Or if
And
I'm
then,
ever in a bad mood and if I go lift, like I'll leave not in a bad mood. I'll be
Oh,
like
yeah.
so angry and I'm like,
and what's the, so every I've noticed that now that almost every time I go to gym like at midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning after working
Wow.
all day, right?
Wow.
And every time I'm like, man, I don't want to fucking go. Every time, but then I make myself go. I get up, I get high.
just do it.
Yeah, and then
And you
and then
leave and you feel
and then there's
amazing.
always a point. There's always a point during or after the workout where I'm like, I'm fucking glad I did that.
Oh, for sure.
You
You're
celebrate
always
that
gonna
win.
leave being happy.
Yeah,
that
and you
did it.
feel good. You feel good. You're looking better. I saw this one quote that was fucking amazing. He basically said that like your habits, try to get better 1% each day, right? Because your habits either 1% better or 1% worse, they're going to make a difference. And it's really easy to not do them because when you do it that day, whether it's eating a salad or eating a burger, that day you don't see a difference. You don't see a difference in the scale. You don't see a difference in your body. It's only when those compound after years that you see the results. So what it comes down to is your next move. Everything is about your next move that day. Because if you make a bad move, you get McDonald's, you know what I mean? Because then you're probably going to do that again, But that compounds. But if you eat a salad or if you eat this healthy, whatever, keep doing that. It compounds.
What's
and then
your
you're going to
take?
see great results in a year or whatever,
Yeah.
how long it takes. And if you don't, you're going to see bad results in a year. So
sure.
pick which one you want.
I think, just consistency
Yeah.
is the key to everything.
Yeah.
The more consistent you are, the better. Obviously, life happens, and
Yes.
maybe you have a week where something happens and you're not able to get everything that you were supposed to get in. But if you still give that 40, 50, 60%, then instead of 0%,
Yes.
you're going to still progress. You're going to
yeah.
ebb and flow with life and your results. I think that just being able to have realistic expectations and knowing that you can build a routine that's sustainable is important.
I was just thinking that sustainable.
Yeah, sustainable is important. Having realistic expectations. So if something doesn't happen, okay, maybe I still go to the gym, but I don't have that hour and a half, but I'll still go for an hour and get that. That's better than not going,
No, yes.
period, or
Yeah.
not doing anything.
Yeah.
Or, okay, I wasn't able to go to do my workout today that I planned. I'm going to go on a quick walk, do a little bit of mobility, whatever it may be. Still doing something is better than doing nothing.
I really love that. I just saw your one video today. You showed the progress of one of your clients.
Yeah.
Like what you do is serving others. You know what I mean? It's a great thing because you're changing people's lives, and what people don't realize is that just by movement alone, you can improve the quality of your life, live longer. If you don't use it, you lose it 100%. Like it's just, you get sedentary, and I've seen it in older people this over the years. And my mom's a nurse, and she exercises not more than me because I'm a psycho, but she's 74 and she goes to the gym 4 or 5 days a week. She's got her yoga. They call her mama. Like she's the old woman in the class.
I
Yeah,
love
they
that.
love her. Like, she's
how
a
is,
gangster.
How is she like moving around and like?
Are you kidding me? She does taekwondo. If she was here, she'd show you a kick.
No,
I swear. Yeah.
Wow.
She's a gangster. Like honestly, I love her.
Get her to do a kick. Let's put that in there. Let's step that in.
And she makes a noise when she does it too. She goes, she's fucking hilarious. Like, yeah. So it's like you have to use it, and if you do, you are going to live longer. You're going to be happier. You're going to feel better. Like it's just people they just want that instant gratification of right now of just sitting on the couch, something easy, But if you move and you do it consistently, it's just going to be all great things for you.
Yeah. Think what I always say, aging is inevitable.
Yeah.
We're all aging. We're all going to age.
Yeah.
But the quality of the way that
Yeah.
you age is up to you and your habits.
That's a great perspective. I've never heard that. That's awesome.
If you choose to stay sedentary, you choose to not move your body and not put your health first, your aging is going to decline. It's going to happen faster. You're not going to be feeling good. If you choose to build habits that help support a healthier lifestyle, you're going to age with grace. You're going to feel better. You're going to live longer. You only have this one life. Do you want to live it unhappy and feeling like shit? Or do you want to live it happy and live long years and be able to play with your children, your grandchildren, or even your dog or anything? Do things with the person that you're with,
Yeah.
You don't want to be crippled. And I think for most people, they've seen something on someone age without grace, and that's what's motivated them. A lot of my clients, they've had parents, grandparents that did not take care of their body, and they've seen that, and now they don't want that for themselves. I've seen that too firsthand. My dad's mom was alcoholic, and she did not take care of herself, and so seeing her aging and it just was sad. It was sad. There was not a good quality of life. She was not happy, and she really wanted to die, which sounds morbid, but because she was in so much pain,
Feeling like crap.
she didn't feel good.
Yeah.
And I don't want that for myself. And I think I want to also put that out for everyone around me, so that I want everyone in my life to be happy and to live a longer, healthier life.
I love that you say that, because happy people do. You know, when you are happy and you love yourself, you want other people to be happy and love themselves. So
hurt people, right?
Yeah.
That's how it is.
God, I was just thinking about what I wanted to ask you and I lost it.
The alcohol thing, I want to talk about the alcohol thing and like being sober, because I know you've dabbled with being sober and, you know, cutting out alcohol completely. And then are you still cutting it out completely, or what's your stance with like going out? Because I know you like to have fun. You still like to go out and have fun sometimes, but then, you know, what's your outlook, I guess?
So I think for me, it depends on the season of life I'm in. So this past summer, I went through a pretty bad breakup that took a lot of damage on my mental health. So I sat with myself and I thought, how can I get better? How can I grow from here? What can I do to get back my peace? And I knew that going out and drinking wasn't going to be a solution. So I said, I'm not going to drink. I'm going to take the next months, not drink at all. I didn't drink. I didn't go out. A big thing that I have had issues with in the past is seeking validation. I stopped seeking validation. I stopped responding to people to be a nice person. I stopped going on dates. I stopped just giving people my attention, and it helped so much.
Wow.
I literally sat and I said, I need to cut out everything that is tearing me down. And I think, I mean, being a woman, I feel like, and being someone that is like a good looking person, it's hard not to start to build an ego or seek validation. I mean, everyone wants to feel good. And so for myself, I was addicted to seeking validation. I was addicted to getting that affirmation from other people that are telling me all these nice things about myself. And I could never just be alone. I could never be okay with that feeling. So I knew that that's something I needed to completely cut out, because I was so addicted to getting that validation from
cycle,
so many
right?
other people.
And solitude is the best way to achieve that.
Yeah.
Was it hard?
It
Like
was
being
so hard.
Yeah.
And I took it a step further to say, I'm not going to have sex. I'm not going to self-pleasure. I'm literally going to cut everything out so that I am just left alone with myself.
Naked.
and understanding and creating better emotional intelligence.
That's amazing. That just shows your mental awareness and that grew you mentally.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you have a therapist that walk you through that, or was that something that you did on your own?
I've actually, ever since me and your brother broke up, it was pretty bad, but like it's fine now.
Yeah,
but
you guys were young.
Yeah, we were young.
You were young.
We just were stupid and lived together, and that caused a lot of issues.
Oh, that'll do it. Yeah.
So ever since then, I had a therapist for 2 years straight that I saw on a weekly basis, and I got to a really good place. And then right before my breakup happened, I stopped seeing her. I turned 26. My insurance all changed.
Yeah.
And so I didn't see her the whole breakup. And that was so hard for me.
Also great for you.
I got to a really dark place because I was like, I need an outlet, you know?
Yeah.
And so that was one thing I wish I did have during that time.
Yeah.
But I think that because of the 2 years that I already had put in, I have so much emotional intelligence and can understand so many things.
You had to.
That I was able to get through it, you know, and I'm able to understand things now and know what I need to do instead of crashing out.
And the reason why you are the way you are right now is because of that hard time you went through.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, that definitely made you stronger. And I think another message is therapy's okay. Like a lot of people do it now. I think it's more normal than not normal.
Yeah.
More I hear is everyone's on therapy.
I think everyone.
That's
and
a great
you
thing.
need a good therapist too, because like I'll say I did try it, and like I feel like a lot of people who like are against therapy, it's because like you're not just naturally gonna vibe with like the first therapist.
Yeah.
So I was like stuck with one that like I was like, oh gosh.
They say you have to go shopping. You have to shop around.
Yes. And I finally found one I loved.
Everyone's going to be your person. Everyone's going to understand you.
Yeah.
Or you're going to feel relatable to. I got lucky. The first therapist I've ever seen, I've been with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
so
is
that
awesome.
was very lucky for me. But I know a lot of people stop going because they didn't, they felt judged or one of my friends, she said she started lying. And I'm like, you're not lying to your therapist. But I'm like, you should feel comfortable, you know?
That's
so
funny.
I think, you have to shop around and figure out what works for you.
That's got to be so hard too, because, you know, you can't have someone that knows you. And you can't have someone, but you want someone to understand you. And I've had people tell me that I'm better therapist than their therapist.
You could have therapist friends. Well, I'll just say Christy. You know, you know Christy too.
I love
right?
Christy.
You're in my life.
Shout
you know
out Christy.
Yeah, Christy's like my therapist. I call her my husband and my therapist because she's just all of it.
She's awesome. I could see that because I just in talking with her in general, I could see her mentality.
She's a healer.
Yeah,
she's like just like I don't know. She's just like wise. She always says
you
like
need that. You're glad you have that.
I need it. Duh. Hello. I'm like I feel like Sam. We can relate on a lot of levels because I am not good left alone. Maybe I need to do some more inner work.
I love
but
being
like,
alone, man.
Don't leave me alone too long.
Yeah, facts though.
I'll be like, all right.
I start talking to myself. I'm like, oh my gosh, am I becoming schizophrenic? Like, I don't know.
And living in Chicago, I'm really proud of you because being single, like, and I mean, I have kids and I have boundaries of things like why I couldn't, and I still made it happen when I was alone, like, and still went out. But like for you to like really take that time, I think that's a really good message for like a bunch of girls, especially in your age and even up to like mine.
Yeah,
is just like, you know, the seeking validation. Because like I didn't even like realize. I'm like, I probably do that sometimes. You know, you're just, that's a really great message. Yeah. And you're in the city. And it's even harder living in the city and being just, I can
for sure.
walk out my door.
I had to detach myself from it completely. And it honestly changed a lot for me. I started even feeling like certain things that I was posting wasn't serving me and it was getting the wrong attention. So I even stopped posting certain things.
Oh, wow.
I stopped posting things that were maybe more provocative or a little bit more scandalous because I don't, and it's sad that you have to change those things because of how the world is and how people comment on things and a lot of men, I will say. And it's hard because even things like me trying to do things of a sense of stretching and mobility, people will sexualize anything.
Yes.
People will sexualize anything and everything. And so knowing that what you're doing in general is putting out good, but also I just know, okay, this thing I can post, but I'm going to post it on my private because I don't need everyone to see it. I don't care if everyone sees me in a bathing suit. I don't need that because I don't even want everyone to have that access. I don't want you to have the access to me because you really don't deserve it. And that's for me and the people that I care about to see and see that on a personal level. I've started to get to that boundary because I've just noticed that I was getting a crowd, an audience that I wasn't, that I didn't desire.
I love that you said the word access because that's a mentality now that I feel like a lot of people don't even recognize that we don't have to give people access.
Yes.
We don't have to. Just because it's a normalcy now that everyone has access to each other through social media. But I don't have to give you access.
And maybe not having
and I'm not an asshole.
I'm
not an asshole for not giving you access.
Then like, I just like thought of something because like having more followers, everyone thinks is great. That's just more access to you.
Yeah.
It's more problems.
It's more problems and it's more access. Like I crash out all the time if I'm being honest. You know, I go through ups and downs of like.
There's more there's advantages too, but there's definitely more problems.
There's advantages.
And I feel it's only what I got.
But I love the whole like access thing because like I recently turned my regular one on private because I'm kind of going through that too. At first I was like, oh, let's get a lot of people over here. But then I'm like, when it's your personal life, it does do like, you know, they don't earn it.
No, 100%. I think too, I realize that too because I'm just such a nice person that I always feel like I have to respond to everyone and say yes to everything.
Yeah.
And then I realize, why am I giving my energy to everyone?
Yeah.
Not everyone, you don't have to give your energy to everyone, and you also you don't have to always have an explanation for something.
Exactly.
I think too, I always was over explaining. Oh, I wasn't here because of this. And this
I still feel bad.
I can't do that because
I feel
of this.
bad.
And I just started just being like, no, or just not explaining myself. I don't have to explain myself, you know. And I think that, just you don't have to give everyone access. You don't have to give everyone a response. You need to set boundaries. Think for myself, I needed to set boundaries. And my last relationship really taught me that because I am just such a nice person that can come off as flirty in certain things. And so there was a lot of just misunderstandings. And I think that I could have been better at setting certain boundaries. So I learned that.
And I think a big thing too with setting boundaries is also communicating boundaries.
Yeah.
Because if you set a boundary and a person is, reacts to that, right? They don't understand. But if you tell them and how you tell them respectfully. Like I said, I have a template. I a couple times today, I had to send to people that want to work with me, want to go to the gym with me, want to whatever. And I feel bad about not responding to people because for me also, it's also business.
Yeah, which is different. That's a different response. Yeah. I'm meaning more like relation, like
100%.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so I just have to tell people, but I think they have to understand it when I communicate to them respectfully. Like, I respectfully decline, then this is why,
Yeah.
And if you're still an asshole to me, well, then that's your problem.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
100%. I think, you have to understand too, like, you're not going to be able to help everyone.
Exactly.
And it's good to have a type of system and selectiveness because you want to be putting out your best work.
Yeah.
If you were able to help everyone and obviously helping the more people, the better. But if you're not putting out good work, then there's no point.
Yeah.
I never want to be sloppy. I never want to be tearing myself and burning myself out where I'm not giving the people that are my clients my 100%.
So that's what brings me to a question I want to ask you then. So how many do you have online? How many do you have in person? And do you have like a threshold, like a maximum that you want to maintain or?
Yeah. So I just set a goal of having 10 clients online and I'm only 2 away. That's for my end of the year goal.
You got it.
And it's been just building. When I work with a client, I have them contracted in for X amount of time.
2 people sign up.
Because I don't want to, they need consistency,
Yeah.
I think a lot of times people are afraid of change and commitment and investment.
For sure.
And so that's a thing in itself. But and then I have clients in person. I wish I even knew how many. The fact that I don't even know. Maybe 12 in person.
Oh, that's awesome.
Impressive.
And it's just for my online, I really, really want to continue to build that.
Sure.
And I think a goal of mine would be by first quarter of 2026 would be to double what I have and have 20 clients.
I was going to say.
And that would put me at my real goal is I would like to be having like 10K months would be like obviously
that's
amazing.
awesome. Yeah. What's your view on really scaling and having like an app where you're basically teaching like 50, more people?
So I think that's great, but
like you said,
the more individualized, the better because you can actually charge rates where you are making a living. I used to short myself so much until I invested in a coach that's like, you should be charging this and you should be confident in that. She gave me the confidence to say, this is my price. Because before I was always so hesitant, like when it would become, because I have sales calls, I pitch on calls, it's all myself. I have a virtual assistant, but everything else is myself.
Yeah.
And so that I had to have the confidence of saying the price and not being afraid of it. Saying this is, based off what you told me, I think that 6 months would be great for you so that you could build the consistency. I know you have work. I know you have school. This is going to give you that time.
Yeah, because each person's different.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so then pitching the price and just doing it with confidence. A big thing for me is I have to pre-qualify people to make sure they're even a qualified lead.
Yeah.
The time, the money, the desire, the need.
Yeah, the need.
They need to want it.
I was going to say.
And they need to be able to be in a place where they can financially invest in it.
So what would be like symptoms, I guess, is any type of body pain that is something that they could go to you for?
Yeah, so chronic pain in general. But yeah, everyone is, all my clients are a little different, but in general, chronic pain, past injuries.
Okay.
A lot of my clients in person are athletes. So also that, longevity, functionality, prevent injury aspect. So I think in general, just helping people be better at what they want to do outside of working out. So you love hiking, biking, playing soccer, whatever it may be. I want this to support that.
Man, I'm thinking like this over the years, like I've always had a little bit of lower back pain. And I found that your bed has something huge to do with that, what you sleep on. But also just as I get older, I think this is a natural thing, but I had shoulder pain before, but I kind of worked it out. I feel like if you work out regularly, you're always going to have some type of pain somewhere. It's really hard to maintain perfect body when you're putting your body through, intense, strain like that 5 to 6 days a week.
Yeah.
Do we talk about this? What's your view on this nutrition wise? Do you do anything with nutrition with people?
So I actually don't. Before I started my own business, I used to work under someone else as an assistant coach, and that was a women's only coaching business. And so our expertise was more, a lot of people came in wanting, okay, I want to lose weight. And it was a lot more physique based. And so I did a lot of nutrition. So I am versed in it.
Yeah.
But all my clients now, I don't really do nutrition with.
Yeah.
I provide them with the tools and the resources, but I don't force it upon them because I know for myself, I tracked my macros for 2 years consistently.
Oh, no way.
So I've used to it. I know everything. I'm like, okay, eggs have 6 grams of protein. Like memorize this shit.
Yeah.
And so for them, I think just making sure I'm at the end of the day, having structure and making 80% whole foods, eliminating eating out too much, all those things, eliminate drinking too much and binging on the weekends, all of that. I think that you can still reach your goals. But I do keep an eye on it to make sure it's still benefiting the lifestyle change that they're trying to create.
It's crazy because like right now, I feel like obviously no alcohol, no partying, going out is going to be optimal, right? And I just, especially with my job, my industry, I feel like people are not. There's a lot of people that are never going to quit. They're never going to quit.
For sure.
So my new message is like, okay, well, if you're going to indulge, then the rest of the time you have to have good habits. The rest of the time you're not drinking and going to the to the club. You need to be exercising. You need to be eating well, doing things that you love outside of that. Actual real dopamine, because that's all fake dopamine.
Yeah.
And fake dopamine, it's over quick. It has a
Horrible mental health.
Yeah, it has a more of a negative impact on you. And the real dopamine, it lasts longer. It feels better. Like it's just like, but people don't realize you have to be able to basically, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for, experiment with both, and you can tell the difference.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
The other one has a very rough come down because then once you're alone, that's when it hits you.
And you don't get that after working out. You don't get it after eating good meals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I've noticed it now too. Like, I know it's hard to be 100%. So what I'll do is I'll have like a cheat day, or I'll go for a full month where I almost eat pretty perfect, but then I'll have like a weekend where I just eat like shit.
Yeah.
I'm talking, I eat fast food. I eat till I'm in a food coma. I pass out. I wake up feeling like ass. And I just know the next day, like I could totally tell my body feels like shit after eating bad food. And then it also, my mental health, like I get bad thoughts and I get depressed and stuff, or I didn't have that when I was eating fine.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So you're getting vitamins and nutrition from real food. You're not getting that with the
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
So should we wrap it up soon?
Yeah,
What do you think?
yeah.
Do you have anything else that you wanted?
No, do you have anything you want to share or how people can find you?
Well, no, I have. We gotta go through my thing first.
What?
So, we like to do some wholesomeness shit.
Oh, yeah, we do.
So, who's the first person that comes to your head that you want to shout out that you love or appreciate?
My Uncle Tony.
Why?
He's my dog. He is just day one, has always had my back. Every time I've been in the darkest places, he's been there for me. Actually, when I went through the breakup with David, we had to break our lease. So I was out a bunch of money and I didn't know what I was going to do because after I paid so much money to break a lease, then I have to go find a place to live. I ended up moving in with him and took care of me, just has always been there. Anything I ever have, he comes, he supports me, just regardless.
Yeah.
If I ever called him there,
That's
no
awesome.
questions asked.
Shout out Tony. Be like Tony.
Yeah.
Be like we call him Unk.
Wrap us up.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. So tell people how they can find you online.
Yeah, you can follow me at all things _Samantha Jo, Jo, no E. I'm always on there. You might get sick of me, but you might love me. I don't know. One of the two.
What platform?
On Instagram and TikTok.
Okay, I'm going to close
Perfect.
this out.
Yeah.
See you guys on the next How'd You Get Here podcast. Thanks.
Bye.